If someone told you that you need to save $10,000 by tomorrow, that would be nearly impossible for most of us unless you already had $10,000 in your bank account. But to save an extra $10,000 by tomorrow sounds a bit impossible. That's why it's important to break up your goal into small, sizable chunks that you can actually do. It's really important to break up big goals because otherwise it can feel overwhelming and stressful. So if you want to save $10,000, you have to divide it by the time you have to save that $10,000. So in this case, we have $10,000 that you want to save and you want to do it in 12 months. So you take the $10,000, you would divide it by 12, and 10,000 divided by 12 is $833.33. So you could just say $834 per month that you have to save to reach $10,000. So if there's 30 days in a month, you would again divide that by the number that you have. So in this case, for the $10,000 number, it's 834 and divided by, let's say 30, because an average month is about 30 days. So that number would be about $28 that you have to save every single day to save $10,000 in a year. Now, for some people, that may seem overwhelming and extremely stressful, especially if you don't have the extra $30 to put towards saving every single month. It doesn't have to be 10,000 divided by 12 to equal 833. You can save 2,000 in a month if, let's say, you're someone that gets paid bi-weekly and you have a triple paycheck month, and let's say every paycheck is $2,000. That means on a month that you have a triple paycheck, which on average is about twice a year, you can save that $2,000, not spend it on anything else, and actually put that towards your goal. That means that the next month you don't have to save as much. So it doesn't have to be the exact same amount every single month because it depends on how much money comes in and how your expenses are doing for that month. So the first thing I'd recommend is to create a budget if you don't already have one, just so you know where all your expenses are going, what you're paying for everything, and then you can see where you can cut down so you can save that about $30 every single day towards your $10,000 goal. The thing that's really important about budgeting is that sometimes little things add up that we don't even think about. And if we only think about our bills and not our variable expenses, and variable expenses are things that change all the time. So like groceries, you could spend $500 a month and then the next month you could spend $1,000, whereas a fixed expense would be rent or mortgage because that doesn't change every single month. It's really important to focus on those little expenses because they can add up. If you are struggling to save $10,000 and you don't have a budget, I'd recommend making a budget first just to see if there's anything that's not necessary in your budget. I can't tell you what's not necessary in your budget because I don't know what your budget looks like, and everyone's necessities and non-necessities are completely different. So I can't tell you to cut this out and cut that out, although I do have some videos that I will link down below on how to save money and cut certain things out of your budget so you can save more money in a month. So with that being said, I think it's really important to also be aware of what you think is an essential and maybe consider cutting that down. A lot of people think that an essential is eating out. Is it an essential, or is it just something that you enjoy doing? If you have a financial goal, you need to remember what your goal is, and you need to realize, is eating out more important than my financial goal? And if it is to you, then you may not reach your financial goal. There are things that we think are necessities that are not necessities that we may need to cut out to get to the place we want to financially. If you really want to jumpstart saving $10,000, look around your home and see things that you can sell. There are certain things that are more valuable that you can go and sell today and get cash for. For example, my husband loves playing guitar, and I got him a new guitar last year, but he didn't play with the old ones he had. So in December, we actually went and sold them, and we got, I think it was about $250 just from selling something that we're not using. We brought it to a music store, they bought it off of us, and we got cash right away for those things that were just collecting dust in the corner. A lot of people also use Facebook Marketplace to sell things, and of course there's like Plato's Closet where you can bring clothes and they buy it off of you and they give you some money. You're not going to get the full value of the item, and I would not recommend selling something that you like and you want to keep. Just things that you're not using and something that you don't care about and something that you'd like to remove from your home. Take some time to sell all those things that you think are valuable or that others may find valuable, so you can jumpstart on your goals of saving that $10,000. In life, we all have to buy things. So I would recommend figuring out how you can save money when you buy those things you need to have. One easy thing to do is to have cash back. So whether you use a credit card with cash back, if you're someone that can use a credit card, if you're in debt and you're in debt from credit cards, I would not recommend using a credit card, but that's not the point of this video. If you're someone that uses a credit card, make sure you have a good credit card that gives you decent cash back. And on top of that, use a cashback browser extension like Rakuten. I'm not sponsored by them, but I have been using them for years and years, and I've saved over $1,000 well, not saved, I've gotten back over $1,000 in cash back from them. And I would definitely recommend it because I didn't go out of my way to get that cash back. And sometimes I do plan my purchases around when they have good cash back. And you can also make sure you look at what stores get cash back and when it's good time to buy, because sometimes they have 5% and sometimes it goes to 15% cash back. I said cash back so many times. The point is that you really need to be aware of those little things because they can add up. Another thing I'd recommend is looking for coupon codes. You would be shocked at how many places have coupon codes, and you really want to utilize them because if they're on the internet and the coupon code works, why not use it, especially if it's something that you were going to buy anyways. It does take a little bit of time to look through coupon codes on the internet. There's a lot that don't work, and then you find one that does work, and then when you find one that works, you're like, ooh, is there a better one? And you keep looking. So make sure that you take a little bit of time to look for a coupon code. You don't need to go crazy, and I would definitely recommend doing that before purchasing anything. Now, you may think, how is using cashback and coupons helping me save $10,000? Well, if you save $100 on a purchase, you can put that $100 towards the $10,000 you want to save in a year because every penny counts. If you have a goal and you're not saving $833 a month and you're not at that point, it really matters to cut down or try your best to maximize the dollars that you're spending and using. Now, there's tons of tips and tricks on how to save money. The thing is, sometimes you may have a goal of saving a certain amount of money. It could be $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. There may be a point where you say, oh my gosh, no matter how much I save, even if I didn't spend anything in a whole month, I cannot save to this number. What that means is that you have to make more income. Sometimes there's a point where we just can't reach our savings goals with how much we're making, and we have to make more income. There's a lot of different ways to make more income, whether you work a part-time job and you ask for more hours, or you try to sell some services on the side. Let's say you're good at copywriting or programming or graphic design. There are so many different things you can do to make money on the side, and I'm not going to get into that right now because that's not the whole purpose of this video. But if you cannot make enough money per month to save towards your goal, you might just have to make more money. Another thing to do when you are saving money towards your $10,000 goal, or 5 or 15 or 20 or whatever your goal is to review your goal and adjust accordingly. I would actually recommend checking in on how you're doing for your goal every single month. If that's too much for you and that overwhelms you, do it quarterly, but it's really important to see if you're on track with your savings goal. Of course, if you have a budget, it's very easy for you to see this, but if you're someone that's completely against budgeting and you're not going to make a budget, it's important to at least see how you're saving towards your goal and see if you're actually making progress towards it. Maybe you're not able to save to that number. Are you going to adjust the goal? Are you going to make more money? Are you going to sell more things? Or what are you going to do to reach that goal? Now, I don't know what your budget looks like, so I can't save the $10,000 for you, but I want you to reach your financial goals and save the money that you want to so that you can have a financially stable future and do all the things that you want to do with the money that you have. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'd love to know if you have a financial goal you're working towards this year and also how it's going so far. And I wanted to let you know that I make personal finance content and I post it every single week. So if you're interested, please stick around for my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.